Explosion. It's JP Jeremy Barash, along with Season 1 winner of British Boot Camp, Rockstar Spud. And here comes the native of Ayr, Scotland, Noam to the ring. So impressive. This is a man that turned heads in British Boot Camp too.
Look at the swagger on this young man, Jeremy. I like Noam. I've always been a fan of Noam since seeing him on the UK scene, but he's really impressing me just by his entrance.
He's got some tough competition this week here on Explosion. The Golden Voice, Angelina Love, our guest ring announcer this week on Explosion, bringing out A-double Austin Aries to the ring. This man has done it all, a true trailblazer. Not only the X Division, but what he went on to go do, and that is become World Heavyweight Champion Austin Aries. What an opponent for Noam this week here on Explosion.
The king of Option C. And I believe he's got no other option than to show Noam why he is the greatest man that ever lived, Jeremy.
As we've seen throughout the course of the British Boot Camp Series, Noam performed at a top level, both in the UK Finals in London, the 8-man mixed person tag team matchup, and now here is his chance one-on-one singles competition against a former World Heavyweight Champion in Austin Aries. And certainly, as we had said many times throughout the course of the season of British Boot Camp 2, whether it's Noam Rampage Brown, Mark Andrews, of course, Kaylee Ray, so much great talent to come out of British Boot Camp 2, and Noam right up there in the upper echelon, top of the crop. That's Noam
Well, they were in the top 6, the top 6 out of the UK scene, at the best of the 16 of the UK finals. They wouldn't be here if they weren't the best, Jeremy.
I'll tell you what, one thing with Noam you're going to have to watch out for is the ground-based style. It's a European style that he has really hung his hat on very successfully throughout the United Kingdom. Obviously, it's a ground-based technique. Give us a little background on it, Spud.
Again, I mentioned this in British Boot Camp, the Mount Evans rules. Noam a master. Not many his age at 21, just 21 years of age, have that experience level and in that style.
One thing about Noam at that age, knowing that style, this is a kid who's done his homework. This is a guy who's studied the greats. They come out of the United Kingdom right now. He's taking a school by Austin Aries. Here's a cover. That's that intimidation factor. Aries is so good at the intimidation factor.
But Noam's not letting himself be intimidated. Whatever Austin Aries is going to throw at him, he's going to give right back, I believe.
Well, one thing that we can tell you about Noam and his journey, being comfortable inside that 6-sided ring is so important. And, you know, it always takes a little bit of getting used to it first. But Noam looks very comfortable in there right now. In there against Austin Aries. Into the ropes goes Aries. Shoulder block down goes the Ayr, Scotland native. In there with a double trips. Now it rolls back over, and Austin Aries down on his stomach while Noam takes the opportunity to tie him up like he's been known to do so well.
You don't see that often where someone drops down and takes the ankles of their opponent. Noam working a body part right. Kicked off there.
You gotta remember, too, you're in there with one of the greats, Austin Aries. Look at this. Look at this. Handstand. Right into a drop kick on Noam and Austin Aries, showing why he is a double and a former World Heavyweight Champion. This match, British Boot Camp 2 finalist Noam versus Austin Aries, will continue when we return here on TNA Explosion. We are back at TNA Explosion. JP Jeremy Barash along with Rockstar Spud, and you are seeing Austin Aries in there with British Boot Camp 2 finalist Noam Fast-paced, evenly matched up so far with these two. Noam showing he can hold his own in there with A-double.
Well, it's a stalemate, and if you're holding your own with the greatest man that ever lived, you've got to be one hell of an athlete.
Great drop kick, Noam Look at that confidence. As we've seen throughout the course of British Boot Camp 2. Now, as we head into the UK tour, Noam going to have an opportunity in late January to perform in Manchester, London, and of course Glasgow. As all 6 of the top finalists on board with the UK tour, look out, Noam now midway through with a shoulder by Austin Aries, stopped him right in his tracks.
I'm looking forward to going back to the UK, Jeremy. I miss my homeland.
I'm sure you're going to be in for a great reception when you come out in Wembley. Oh, look at that. Great move by Austin Aries over the top with a cover, too. Spud, I'm curious who you think is going to perform best on the upcoming UK tour. All 6 of the top 6 finalists are going to be there. Of course, we're talking about Manchester. We're talking about London, Glasgow. Who is going to rise to the occasion?
I think they're all going to rise to the occasion. It's not difficult when you've got the Impact Wrestling fans in attendance, but I'm most looking forward to seeing Grado versus Al Snow in Glasgow, personally.
Well, I'm certainly wondering how the winner of British Boot Camp 2, Mark Andrews, is going to fare. Pressure is on him more than anyone, because he knows, as the newest member of the Impact Wrestling roster, coming back to these cities, performing in London, Manchester, and Glasgow, it's going to be the 3 biggest nights of his career. As is right now, Air Scotland's Noam Dar now in the ring with Austin Aries in shoulder first right into the post, showing a little relentless aggression. Cover. And this is what Austin Aries probably wasn't expecting out of Noam Dar.
Not surprising he only got a 1 count there. I mean, even though Austin Aries was thrown shoulder first into that ring post, he's the greatest man that ever lived, Jeremy.
Well, we're going to see if he can live through this. As
Noam Dar showed frustration there.
True frustration. And this may be a sign of desperation from Noam Dar. When you're in there with Austin Aries, you got to throw everything you've got at this guy to beat him, to be successful against him, and he can hit you with anything out of anywhere at any time. Just very methodical in his delivery, and now Noam Dar going to work on that left leg of Austin Aries, and you saw what he got in return. A big chop by Noam Dar. Aries now thrown to the corner. Jump over. Big left. And again, big left elbow by Aries. Third clothesline takes down Noam Dar.
If I'm Noam Dar, Jeremy, this is what I'm thinking. I didn't get the TNA contract, so I need to make the biggest impression possible against Austin Aries.
Just the fact that he's been able to hang in there with Aries thus far in this matchup, impressive to me. And now look at this. On the outside and down goes Noam Dar. Aries showing just absolutely no mercy. As we've seen from Aries before, whether going for that X Division Championship. Right across the chest.
I felt that one.
Aries now up to the second rope, both men. Balance on the second rope, dangerous position. Noam Dar headbutt, down goes Aries. And now from the second rope, Noam Dar misses the drop kick on Aries. And you heard that. Just connected.
Noam Dar looks dazed and confused now.
In the corner. There's that drop kick in the corner by Austin Aries.
That's usually the setup for that brainbuster.
The precursor to the brainbuster from Austin Aries on Noam Dar. Wow. 1, 2, and 3. I'll tell you what, victory for Aries, but you gotta hand it to Noam